Hey guys out there, this is Frosty Nut. I hope you're doing very well today. It is extremely hot here on the Gold Coast, and it's super sweltering. My air conditioner is going in the background there, and the ceiling fan's on, but it's still very very hot out in this room and outside and all that. Now I'm doing this video real quick because I got my Go XLR today, and honestly, it's a pretty box with lights, and I think I've just wasted $600 for nothing. What I'm actually talking through right now is my studio mic and using the Go XLR, of course, because I have to have something now so that I can hear myself and you guys can hear me. Now, I'm not saying that the Go XLR is a bad product. Far from that. It's a beautiful piece of product, beautiful piece of equipment, and it sits nicely on a desk and the lights look all fancy and all that, and it does work. But there are some downfalls that I have discovered that I wish I knew before I purchased the Go XLR. Now let me show you what I've been using the whole time that I've been streaming, and I've only been streaming a short time, is my Yamaha MG10XU mixer. That was my primary piece of equipment that I'll be going back to. This only cost me $289 from the Gold Coast Music Store. And this is a beautiful, beautiful mixer, easy to use and everything. It's very sturdy, strong, good construction and everything like that. The Go XLR, now, the Yamaha mixer, by the way, is metal, all metal. That's there's the things that I don't like about the Go XLR, and I'm going to run through them. First thing that I noticed when I pulled it out of the box was it's all plastic. Even though it's heavy, it's all plastic construction. It's not metal or anything like that. Now, that's probably not a bad thing. They are constructed quite well. There are 4-channel sliders. If you've all seen the Go XLR, there's 4-channel sliders, and they are motorized and that, and they do sort of remember the positions. It has built-in effects. Now, let's go on the effects too. The Yamaha mixer has 24 built-in effects. 24. Now, you can probably program in more than that into the Go XLR. I haven't delved into it. I only just got it today, and I haven't fiddled around with everything. But I have noticed it's not as user-friendly to work with as the mixing desk is from Yamaha. Now, there's a couple of things. The first thing I didn't like was the all plastic construction. All right, that's a personal preference. I just didn't like it. Second thing is, and one of the biggest things that I noticed is, there's no on-off switch on it. There is no power button to turn it off. You can turn a power button off and on at the back of the mixing desk when you're not using it with the Yamaha one, but there is no power button or anything to turn the Go XLR off when you're not using it. So if I walk out of my computer room or my studio room for an hour or 2 hours and leave my computers running, I'd like to turn my mixer off. But you can't turn the Go XLR off. There is no power switch that I have discovered anywhere. And if I'm missing something, someone please let me know, because I have not seen a power switch on there, and there's not. So that to me is a downfall. You can't turn it off. Or anything like that. And I'm getting all of these silly pop-ups at the moment that are coming through, so I'm going to have to reboot my computer after this too. Get out of it. There is no virus on my system. Now, so that's the first thing. No power switch. That's a bit of a disappointment. The second thing is, everything is controlled via software. Now, some people see that as a good thing. I didn't see it as a bad thing until I started using it. It's not as user-friendly as you might think. First of all, when you download the software, the first thing it wanted to do was update the software. That's fine. So I let it update the software. And then the second thing was that it uninstalled the audio drivers. So I had to then reinstall the audio drivers, and of course it wanted to do the update of the software again, so I had to make sure that I didn't allow it to uninstall the audio drivers the second time. The other thing is, there is no separate headphone volume control. When you're using the Yamaha mixer, you have a separate volume control for the headphones right here that I can adjust the volume output for the headphone itself, so that if it's too soft, I can turn that right up to a level. Plus, with the mixer, I can adjust the level on the fly of not just the mic, but the gain as well, and the compression, and the highs, mids, and lows. As we all know, most of us know what mixers do. And, of course, with my inputs coming from the system, from the whether it be a game I'm playing or whatever, I can adjust those volumes so I can make them louder or softer in my headset as well. So there's a lot of things that I was enjoying about using the mixer. The only thing I didn't really like about the mixer was the fact that everything plugs in up the top. So when it's sitting in front of your computer, you've got these cables sort of sticking up. That's one good thing about the Go XLR, is that everything goes out the back of it. So it does sit on the desk rather nicely and can look rather neat. Now, the other thing is that, unfortunately, so there is no separate headphone volume control. There is only the mic slider, which I'm moving up and down now. And even though you can probably still hear me while I'm sliding that up and down, that's not really sort of doing much to adjust the volume of the microphone. It's actually on the microphone. If I push the button to mute it, it will pull it down and mute the microphone altogether. But all that's doing is sliding up the volume of the headset. But I can't go any louder than what I need to do. I've also noticed that in the software, when you use the gain for the microphone or the boost or anything like that, that just the slightest touch over and it just distorts, just basically just throws the whole thing into a point of where you've got to pull it back to the default. It's already set at 30 dB on the gain. If you go under that, it just won't register. If you go above that, it's just over modulating completely. Now, I'm a singer too, and a lot of you who follow me on Twitch will know that I use Twitch Sings and I do a lot of singing. And as a singer, I need that little bit of echo and reverb. Now, that's fine. I can add a bit of echo like this straight away, or I can add a little bit of reverb, which when I'm singing is all well and good. So that's easy done. That's not a problem. But I think the Yamaha mixer does it better, because I can adjust the FX, how much FX here, and I can adjust it on the channel itself. And plus, I've got an extra little adjuster for the effects on this mixer, so that I can increase the level of it. I was actually very, very happy with my Yamaha mixer. And the only reason I bought the Go XLR was because everybody was saying, oh, it's so much better and it's really cool and it works really well. Look, it does work well, but it's got to suit your personal needs. And I don't think it suits my personal needs, honestly. The mixer was $289. The Go XLR was $600. And I think I've just wasted $600 that I could have used on other things, in all honesty. I should have stuck with the mixer itself. I had it set up working nicely. There is the other side to it where everything on the Go XLR, the audio is running through the USB. Now, you can do that on the Yamaha. You can run it through the USB, but I don't. I only run the input from the computer into the mixer through the USB, and then my microphone goes out from the mixer into the microphone input on the computer. And that gives me a nice, in my opinion, a cleaner signal. Now, the other thing is with the software, you can't adjust the highs, mids, and lows as easy as you can on the mixer. The mixer, you can just do it on the fly using the controls, the knobs. The Go XLR I thought would be a lot easier, and it doesn't. Now, on the top of the Go XLR, there are 4 round control knobs. One is echo, one is reverb, one is pitch, and one is gender. And 3 of them work really nice. The only one that doesn't work at all when you're rotating it is pitch. I'm rotating that now while I'm talking, and nothing is happening. Yet if I rotate gender, it moves around, the lights are moving around and that, and of course you won't hear anything unless I turn the effects on. But as soon as I turn the effects on, and then I change the gender like this, then you can hear the difference of that. Now that sounds really funny and sounds really cool,
and it might be something that you're looking for.
And then I turn it back down to the other way where it goes really deep, and that is really cool. That's nice. That's a nice effect. I think it's really awesome. You can't feel, unfortunately, you can't feel where the center is, and you have to sort of look up above to see when you're back in the center like that, especially if you've got it on your desk, unless you have it pulled up a little bit. Now with the pitch one, no, it's just not working. It just doesn't rotate. The FX is on and it doesn't rotate. I can actually adjust it in the software, not a problem. If I wanted to make an adjustment to that right now while I'm recording, I can simply go into the pitch and I can
change it like this. Very cool. Right? As the bearded one would say, oh, it's Beardly.
So you can adjust it in the software, but it's not working. It's not working on the knob where it should be, but just by turning it. So that's a downfall. The reverb works fine, and the echo seems to work fine. In fact, the echo probably works the best, but it still gives a lot of echo there. The built-in effects itself are nice. The programmable effects are very nice as well. I'm not faulting that. But overall, I do not find the Go XLR to sound better than my Yamaha mixer. I don't find it as easy to use. And if you've got to make an adjustment to a high, a mid, or low on the fly, it's so much easier with a mixer to do. If you've got to change to the software just to make a change like that, then you have to come out of your game. Now, as a streamer, and as some people like Behaving Beardly would know, big shout out to you, Behaving Beardly. I know you're interested in one of these. Hopefully this video will be informative to you. Behaving Beardly does some wonderful videos on do-it-yourself for streamers and that, newbies like me. He's very helpful. If you haven't checked him out, you can check him out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Behaving Beardly. And he is a wealth of knowledge, and he does great streams too. But I know that he was interested in one of these too, but it's an individual thing, and it's an individual taste, and whether or not you like it, don't like it, that's entirely to you. I like the machine in overall, but to make those adjustments on the fly when you're streaming, the last thing you want to be doing is switching between the game you're playing or streaming, alt-tabbing to another screen to change the software, unless you're like me where you got 3 monitors and you run the software over constantly on another monitor, but still you're going to have to alt-tab probably to get into it because there's no easy way to do that. Whereas with the mixer, you just turn the knob on the fly and there you go. So overall, it's a nice piece of equipment, the Go XLR. And I'm sorry I can't pull it up to actually show you because it's sitting on my desk. Maybe I can, I don't know if I can do this. I'll try. Oh, there we are. So you can see, there it is there. All right. But as you can see, all right, if I hold the camera still, I'm moving the pitch. See where the pitch is? The light is showing up there. Now I'm rotating it, and it should be moving around. Whereas like if you look at echo, if I move that around, right, then you see the lights. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but you'll see the lights increase and then decrease as you're moving it. And you're not seeing that with the pitch, but the other ones do seem to rotate. You see this one rotates, and you see the lights. So it's making adjustments. But the pitch one now, whether it's my one is broken, whether there's an issue with that or not, I don't know. So I'm going to have to contact the person I bought it from, and I paid it for it brand new, and I don't think I got a brand new unit either. So I'm not quite too thrilled about that. It's some investigation, but you can see the cables coming out the back. It looks very neat and very tidy, and it's all very pretty with its colorful lights and everything, and the sampler works and everything else. But is it better than the mixer? No, not in my opinion. So whether or not that's just an issue of software, whether it's I've got a damaged unit that the pitch isn't working, and which is going to frustrate the crap out of me if that is the case, because then I have to return it. Even if I wanted to keep it, I will have to return it to get them to fix it or whatever. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more investigation. I might continue to use it for a little bit, but ultimately, I think I'll be going back to my Yamaha mixer. $289 mixer versus a $600 mixer. Now, it does have, also in the software, it does have a graphic equalizer, and that seems very impressive, but you've got to sit there and make so many finite adjustments. As a singer, I don't want to be making finite adjustments. If I need to make any adjustments, I need to do them or want to do them with a knob that I can turn and see the effect straight away, not going through software and adjusting sliders and things like that. So there you have it, guys. I'm sorry. This is my honest review of the difference between the Go XLR at $600 Australian and the Yamaha mixer, the MG10XU, at $289. And I think the Yamaha mixer wins out. It's what I've been using the whole time I've been streaming, and it's what I've been using on Twitch Things, and I think it gives me better sound and works better, and I can hear myself better. Anyway, I hope that's been informative. As I say, your opinion may differ because you may find the Go XLR to be completely different for your benefits. If you're not singing, if you're just streaming out there, then maybe it's, if you're just talking all the time, then maybe that's for you. But this is my opinion of what I've discovered since I've only had it for a few hours and gotten the chance to muck around with it. I think I'll be returning it. If I can't return it, I'll probably advertise it for sale at a loss. Even if I lose $100, I think that'd probably be the best way to go about it and get some money back and stick to my mixer. So until next time, guys, this is Frosty Nut saying stay frosty. Come and join me over at twitch.tv/FrostyNut. We stream most nights doing Twitch Sings and also some games as well. But we do strange hours. We do sometimes night and day and that. I haven't got a set schedule. But if you follow me on Twitter, you'll get a tweet when I do go live. And it could be at any time. Sometimes I'll be streaming for a couple of hours. Sometimes I'll be streaming for up to 6 hours. Because we have a lot of fun in Twitch Sings. And the gang all know that. And since I've just recently gone to the next level in Twitch, I'm very happy to. But a big shout out to Behaving Beardly, Mama Sings, Jacko, so many people that I could thank for where I'm at right now with Twitch. But if I miss you, I'm sorry because I know who you are and I love you all. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay frosty. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.